Hello and welcome back to Anti-Depressing. This is the show where we talk about everything from liturgy
to Lexapro.
Wow.
I just love it. I'm so happy to see you. So many things have happened since we last recorded, you guys. We have lived full lives.
Entire lives in the past month.
But not super full because we haven't seen you all. So it's
true.
I'm so excited to just see you again, Jasmyn. You are like ripping and roaring to have our new co-host soon in a couple weeks. And just to kick that off, like, how the heck are you, dude? How are you doing?
Dude, I'm good. For those listening who are like, I haven't heard you guys talk in a month and a half. I don't even know who you are. I'm Jasmyn Chenele, and this is...
Oh, yes. I'm Chenele Shaw, and we are the hosts of Anti-Depressing, and we just love it, and we missed you guys.
We're going to take you on this non-sad journey today.
Yeah. And I was like, and we're ready to hype up the world. There's a lot in the past month, you guys. There's a lot of crazy crap happening in the world.
It's been a turbulent couple months.
It's been a pretty turbulent couple months. It's giving simulation. But we are here to talk about everything but those things. And by those things... You know exactly what those things I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to talk about not those things. And it's going to be great.
We're going to keep it light.
We're going to keep it light. Yeah, we're going to keep it breezy. So it's going to be great. Mm-hmm. We're so excited to be here. Jasmyn and Chenele, you might not have heard our voices in a month. I know you missed us. So
we also sound a little raspy, a little tired.
And it's because we are. But the deal is that we're here for you guys. Did I gain 5 pounds of stress just in the past month? Probably.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even matter because Chenele in her fullness, quite literally, is here for you all. and so we just can't wait. Can't wait. Jasmyn, what the heck is going on, dude? You're getting ready to have a baby. You living in Wisconsin. Like, what the heck is going on?
How's
it going?
Getting ready to have a baby. We're about like a month out from that.
Oh my gosh.
So it's in that zone where it could truly be any time, which is crazy. And then you'll get a guest host, which I don't think we've officially announced who it is. So let's keep building that.
Yeah.
Anyone who's listened to our show more than once probably knows in their heart who our guest host is going to be. But we'll keep that interesting. Keep it on your toes.
We'll keep the vibe up.
But yeah, so having a baby, we're moving into a new house. My sister-in-law and my brother are currently like remodeling most of it. It's like a 1910 farmhouse, so she needed some help, and so they are doing all the things to kind of flip this house for us so we can live in it, which is exciting. So waiting to move into our house and waiting to have this baby. It's just like a sweet little season of waiting. But luckily, I just got back from camp like 2 weeks ago, so the waiting didn't really feel like it was happening because I was so busy. So distracted, which is a gift. And camp was great. Alive and New Camps, the best camp in all the land.
The best Catholic camp in all the land.
Best camp in all the land. And I can say that because I worked there.
Because Jasmyn's like, and I can say that because I manage it and
I run it, and
she runs it. It's the best Catholic camp in all the land because of asterisk Jasmyn. So
oh my gosh,
we're so happy.
But
that
really,
it
was a beautiful
summer.
It was great.
Oh my gosh,
it was awesome.
Love
so
it.
Many like hearts on fire. Our theme was on the Eucharist because, of course, everything had to be Eucharistic this summer. Man, big summer for Jesus.
Big summer.
Huge summer for him.
Yeah.
So it was great. It was amazing.
I'm
doing
that.
good. But how are you? Because wow. You just came off of the craziest time of your entire life.
Time.
I hope it never gets crazier than this for you.
I hope not. I mean, now the only things I have to look forward to is my new baby coming in a month. Can't wait. My sabbatical that I'll be taking in Wisconsin. Can't wait.
100%.
Can't wait to see those kids. And I just, it has really been a crazy month. I think when we get to heaven with our families, like God is going to be like, hey, you guys just walk right in. Like, we've really been grinding it. We've been doing it for God. We've done great things. We've done great things for God. Yeah. He's like, you ran a whole girl, come in. I remember who you are. Come straight in. Like, it's just,
that is so funny.
It's just been like quite the summer. national pilgrimage concluded in the Eucharistic Congress, at the Eucharistic Congress, the first day, and it's the 10th National Eucharistic Congress. You might be wondering to yourself, what is Chenele saying? What does that even mean? What is a Eucharistic Congress? And that's okay because I had to Google it like 2 years ago too. So essentially, there have been 9, now 10 Eucharistic Congresses, meaning like massive gatherings of Catholics from all around the country where they talk and pray and worship the Eucharist, which we believe is the body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus Christ. So it's pretty dope. There has not been one in like 80 something years. So this is a massive undertaking. There were 50,000 Catholics in Indianapolis praying and talking and praying, and it was really great. And so the pilgrimage that I've been working on concluded the first day of the Eucharistic Congress. So they've been walking for 60 days, the pilgrims. And I went to Indianapolis to see them through it. And then we spent the whole week just like doing pilgrimage things and, making sure they're all good and just participating in this Congress, which is pretty nuts. Yeah. And, and it was pretty crazy. And I came home and I slept for like 24 hours. And now 100%. I am back on that grind of just like, or not grind, I'm back on that flow of like seeing people in my life that I haven't spoken to in the past 2 years. So 100%. It's, so like, it's been pretty great for me to be back home, but the Congress was great. It was so fun. I got to see Jasmyn's sister. I got to see Jasmyn's parents. I got to hang out with them, which was so fun. I got to see my god husband. I saw him in line and I was like, wait a minute.
That is the craziest thing.
It was so crazy. It's 50,000 people and we were in line and I was like looking around and I saw him and I was like, I'm your god wife, remember me? And he was
As
like,
he's
what?
Like in his collar. You should give context. Yeah. You should give
and
context.
He was like, he's definitely also a priest and he's definitely awesome. And I definitely say that he's my god husband.
Because they are my eldest godparents together.
Our godparents together, which is a gift. And he's awesome. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Father Chris. And so saw him in line of 50,000 people and it was a blessing.
So crazy.
Just saw like so many people that were great. And and it was just, it was really cool. They had, it was like for the introvert up in there, it was a lot, and I'm not even introverted, and at many points I was like, wow, this is kind of intense.
It's a lot.
But,
like NCYC is a lot, and that's like a portion.
It's like 13,000 people.
What you were doing. That is
so
wild.
it was pretty nuts, but it was super cool. A couple highlights. One, the last day of the pilgrimage, each route processed into St. John the Evangelist, which is like this local parish right outside of the convention center. And we processed in one by one, kind of, scattered. And it was really cool. I got to process in with the Juan Diego route that left from Texas. And it was just so beautiful to close out the pilgrimage. There were people lining the streets. And it was just really cool after like 60 days of this work that the pilgrims have done of walking across the country and doing all that fun stuff. They finally concluded it. They announced another pilgrimage, actually. I'm interjecting this. Next spring from Indy to Los Angeles. So I'm not in charge of it, but whoever wants to do that, Indy to Los Angeles, it's happening.
God, I am not.
It is. It is happening for whoever is in charge of that. And but it was really great. That was really beautiful. Got to see all of the routes. All the pilgrims haven't seen each other in person since last February when we all had training together. Wow. So that was really special. They also had the papal nuncio there, which I learned means that Pope Francis could not be at the Congress. So he sent a cardinal as representative of him to the Congress. So that was pretty cool. So he was there, Cardinal Pierre, and I got to hang out with him, which is pretty cool.
Crazy.
And then Cardinal Tagle, who's like third in the Vatican, and most people think might be Pope. There was a day when there was a huge Eucharistic procession, like 50,000 people, through Indianapolis last Saturday, and they asked the pilgrims to lead music. So we were all like singing, and they had sequestered all of the bishops in one space to prepare for the procession. So it was just bishops and our team like singing praise and worship music. And so then we were singing, and Cardinal Tagle was at the back, and he like turned around and started singing with us. And it was
So
crazy.
cool.
And I was like, holy crap. And then he gave us a blessing, which was so nuts. So that was a cool
Man,
highlight.
I hope he comes
we got
to Pope, because then that story gets
Me too.
even cooler.
I know. I was like, if he becomes a Pope, that'd be nuts. And and also I got some things blessed for your kids from Cardinal Tagle. So it was like
cute.
so cool.
They'll love that. You know, they're like
yeah.
obsessed with collecting religious items.
I know.
Very into it.
I hope Noelle puts it in her treasure box. So so it
cute.
was so cool. And then I got to process in. Each route got to process into the opening ceremonies of the Congress individually, which was really cool. There was adoration every night. They opened up the Congress with adoration. So after the processions of each route, Bishop Cousins, who's the chair of the revival, walked in with the biggest monstrance I've ever seen. Monstrance is like that giant gold thing that that looks really pretty. For everyone listening, and it was the biggest one I've ever seen, and walked in, and it was complete silence for like 30 minutes, which was pretty nuts. What a way to open up a Eucharistic Congress.
So
and
beautiful.
yeah, and so it was really beautiful. It was pretty much like everyone that you would ever be like, oh, this person has done blank for Catholic blank. They were at this thing.
It was
so
everybody.
it was like everybody.
When I
it
would
was
see pictures,
everybody.
I was like, oh, okay, that's anyone who's ever given a talk for anything.
Yeah, pretty
ever
much. It was
is
like
there.
everybody who's ever given a talk anywhere. So it was just like a good time. The only thing missing was Jasmyn and our new co-host and
I know.
Stephen
We're
Jobert.
just a little too pregnant.
I know. I get it. And you know what, Jasmyn, I did also want to say there were lots of babies there.
Oh, I
like,
bet there were a
it
ton
was,
of babies, ton of pregnant people.
It was a
I
ton of
I was
pregnant
like,
people,
oh, wow, this
lots
is like
of babies.
the Catholic Church. Like, we are alive. We are alive.
Yeah, it was
People
lots of
are
babies.
being fruitful and multiplying in the Catholic Church. It was like, it's getting
Yeah,
crazy.
it was like pretty
hello.
nuts.
Hello, are you trying to be a part of this? Hello.
Yeah.
This is my daughter. Where's your father?
He's walking. But I don't want to be.
He's not working.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
yeah,
girl.
we
We were just talking about you. I know you can't hear Nanny
Yeah.
because she's in my headphones. Is there
Yeah.
anything you would like to say that's nice?
Oh, now she's shy?
Do you have anything to say? Can you introduce yourself? Okay.
That should be our
Those are
intro
very
noise. Should
sweet
just be
giggles.
this giggle. Yeah.
We're doing today work sites.
You're going to work sites today?
Yes.
Oh, is it camp?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, that's so nice.
what else?
For context, everyone, at the camp that these kids essentially live in for 2 months, they do service work and they go visit the kids at their work sites.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not at
But
camp.
she's
Yes, they
very
are
sad
done.
she's not at camp. That's her favorite place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to call you.
I get to say something right now.
You get to say something right now? I don't think you do
Okay.
get to say something right now. Everybody's
Tell
gonna get
us.
to hear me call my husband and tell him to come get his child. This is the most chaotic.
We'll
Remember
do
that
like
one episode we had that was the most chaotic episode yet? It wasn't.
Yeah, we'll do like an intermission where it's like Jasmine's calling her husband. We'll put something
Hey,
right over
could
the
you come
screen
get
right now.
Joy?
Oh, yep.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's
And
sneaky.
special guest appearance by the man, the myth, the legend, Stephen Jobert,
I
who
know.
has over 3,000 listeners a month.
Mommy,
Hi.
I got said we get to do stuff.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
And
That's it.
It's not. I got come on. I got.
Okay.
Saba, Papa, Kaka, Sasa, Papa.
You said you were gonna go help me, Mom.
All right, Joy, say goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye, Nanny.
It's just like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna say anything, and then just like I'm gonna say something,
And then she's like,
I'm gonna say
gaga.
complete gibberish. I love
Just
it,
chaos.
dude.
They watched
So special guest appearance. Loved
Yeah,
it.
that was
Loved it.
not planned, and hopefully will never be planned. But very cute little breakout. Joy
Loved
does
it.
like to be a center of attention. That was a thing at camp this summer. She kept running on stage and like hugging her Uncle Jimmy, who's our boss that runs our camp, Jim Weir. But she'd be like, Uncle Jimmy! And she'd run on stage while he's like in the middle of running games, in the middle of talking about something. And it's like, she's so quick. We couldn't even catch her. And she'd just like hang on his leg while he walked around stage. It's like, oh my God.
What are you gonna do?
What are you
She's
gonna
too cute.
It's family
She's
friendly.
too cute.
Speaking of
Yeah.
events that are family friendly. Catholic
Speaking
events,
of
man, they
events
hit
that are
different.
family friendly, there were lots of babies, lots of kids,
love
lots of
that.
families. There
So
was
many young
actually
families I heard, like people with all their kids lined up. So sweet.
pretty much. There was a family adoration chapel,
love that.
which was so cool. I mean, it was pretty much exactly what you think a family adoration chapel would be. It was kids sprinting everywhere,
course.
praise and worship, nice little low sensory volume, but just it was so beautiful. Like
That's so
see all the
sweet.
kids and moms and dads just praying and running, breastfeeding. It was so cute.
Just all the good things.
Yeah, so it was a great. The Congress was a great. There were so many cool things. Adoration every night. Matt Marr sang. Jonathan Rumi made an appearance. Stay prayed up. His best friend Mark Wahlberg. It was so.
Mark Wahlberg
it was
made an appearance or did not?
No, but Jonathan Rumi did. So whenever
Okay,
I think
okay.
of Jonathan Rumi, I'm always like, stay prayed up because his bestie and him always say that.
Hand in hand.
So he made an appearance and he actually read the section of the Gospels where they're talking about like the institute or not the institution of the Eucharist, but like how tough the Eucharist is to grasp and how the disciples were having a tough time. And so he actually read that because Jonathan Rumi, for those that also do not know, plays Jesus on The Chosen. So he is also pretty established voice actor. So he like read it in the voice of Jesus and then like
So
the people.
cool.
So it was pretty cool. So there were a lot of cool moments. There was a singles panel I went to, which will honestly, I would like to save that for an entire different episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it
We
was
should
great.
honestly have Lily on to talk about that. So
We honestly should because she was a panelist on it. And
So
I
cool.
think that it would be great to have her on. So it was
agree.
pretty exactly what you think a Catholic singles panel would be like. So it was interesting. And yeah, it was just like lots of fun. Saw this guy from college that I went to my senior dance with. And I was in love with him, dude.
wow, I hope he hears
And-
this.
I hope he does too. He'll probably be like, Chenele,
It's been
So-
10 years. Yeah.
it's been a long time, babe. Let it go. And we're different people now, and I absolutely wish him the best in life. I was in love with him. We grabbed coffee, we caught up. You know, it was beautiful.
Oh, I love that.
Long story short, when I was in college, he asked me to this dance. I went to this dance. It was the best night ever. He was so attentive. I was like, this is the best thing ever. I listened to Taylor Swift's Enchanted like all night.
Oh,
I
as
was
you
like,
should.
I was like in love with him.
the best
And
era.
so, yeah. So, you know, it was a magical week for many people, but not as magical as it could have been if you were there. But I totally get it. So,
I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy for you.
Yep.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. When you were talking about Jonathan Rumi, it reminds me of in Parks and Rec when they have like that fall festival and they get little Sebastian. And they're like, you got little Sebastian? And they're like, yeah, we got little Sebastian. Like,
That's exactly what it felt like.
got
That's
Jonathan
what it
Rumi?
felt like.
Yeah.
Dude, like when
We got
Jonathan Rumi. And I can't even remember how they introed him. I can't even remember actually.
It's so
But it was
crazy.
like, but I also, Father Mike Schmitz was there. And that
Of course.
was pretty nuts. So they like introed Father Mike Schmitz. For those listening, Father Mike Schmitz is like, if
It's
this
like
is
the most famous
this
Catholic
is
priest.
he's the most
Say what
famous
you're gonna
Catholic
say.
priest. Okay, yeah. For
This
he's
is a
like
safe space.
he's stunning.
Yeah.
You know, let's be serious. So he's known as handsome priest. So if you have a theology teacher, or if you have been in a Catholic school, or if you have been anywhere Catholic, you have watched a short video of Father Mike Schmitz explaining something.
Yeah.
And so he's known as handsome priest. And so he is very famous for many other things besides his
Yeah, he's
looks.
like very
And
intelligent.
He's very
articulates
intelligent.
things well.
Articulates things well. Yeah,
Happens
has
to have
Bible in a
beautiful blue
year.
eyes.
Exactly. Not our fault. And so so they introed him to come out before he was even talking. Standing ovation. People
of
were
course.
just
People are
falling
like,
over
you
themselves.
don't actually have to open your mouth.
Standing ovation. They were like, we don't even care what he says. He
Yeah.
got up there, and something that I appreciate is as soon as he stood up on stage, he said, "Hey, I'm Father Mike. Please bear with me because something about me is I talk extremely fast." And I
That's
said
really
he finally
nice.
acknowledged it. That's
You know what?
really,
'Cause
really
the
nice.
issue is with hearing him live is you can't put him in 0.5
You
speed.
cannot.
You can't slow it down.
You can't be like, let me just. And the thing about Father Mike Schmitz is he's great, but he really speaks extremely, extremely fast.
That's a
so
good
it was great.
warning. Way to know yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So it was great. He got up there. He,
Did he say,
gave us a
"Hi, I'm
word.
Father Mike Schmitz, and this is Ascension Present."
He should have. It was a missed opportunity.
No, he
It
should
was
have.
truly.
Everybody would have laughed. Like that would have been perfect.
It was. Yeah, it was truly a missed opportunity. So yeah. So but he was great. Jonathan Rumi was great. Bishop Barron. I mean, everybody that you would be like, oh yeah, this Catholic person. Our friend Katie Prejean, McGrady. Just like everybody was there.
All the good ones, man.
Yeah, all the people that you were like, oh, this would be like pretty cool if this person spoke at this thing. So yeah, it was pretty great.
Amazing.
Yeah. I couldn't wait to come home because I couldn't wait to chat with you and get back into the normal mix of life. But it was a great thing to go to. And for everybody that was there, I'm sure everyone had a great time. So it was wonderful.
Yeah.
And that
in like
is
9 years
that.
when it comes back, we'll see you there.
Yeah. 2033, you guys. It's what I can't even remember how many years celebration of Christ's
2000.
2000 birthday of like Christ's death, which is like pretty
and like the institution of the
nuts.
Eucharist. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, which is like pretty nuts.
2,000 years. So gear up. Maybe we could have
Gear
like a
up.
little anti-depressing party at it. Because what is more anti-depressing than Jesus dying for our sins? Nothing.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
End of episode.
Done.
End of episode. Done. Click.
But really, like,
Stop
we should
recording.
host an anti-depressing. I will see you guys in 2033.
Keep that on the docket. Keep that on the docket. 2033.
We're going to clip this
Come
reel.
to-
And in 9 years, when we look totally different,
We're gonna
we can
stitch
bring
it.
this back and be
Chanel
like,
has a complete neck tattoo 9 years from now, 2033. Join us for
We'll be
at
there.
the Omni or the Marriott, one of those fancy
wherever
or
it
the
is,
Westin.
we're having a party.
Wherever it is, we're having a party. Come join us.
We're having a rooftop party.
Open bar for 30 minutes, and come
30
join
minutes.
us.
Someone's
and
going to
we're
sponsor
celebrating.
it. It's not going to be us.
It's not going to
9
be us.
years of
But who-
savings still wouldn't put us in the financial position.
9 years.
But we'll
I
see
feel
then.
like we could be sponsored by. I don't know,
I feel
I'm
like
say it.
Theo is going to pop off.
I feel like Theo's going to pop off.
Theo's going to pop off, and in 9 years, we're going to have a Theo party called the Anti-Depressing Party. And it's going to be just celebrating Christ rising from the dead. / 10 years of anti-depressing. We'll throw both in. Because we started in 2023.
Wow. So get ready. Be there. Get ready to have a drink, repent,
It's going to be so
sing. It's going to be great. We're going to have a great
There'll
time.
be karaoke. Who's to say?
Can't wait.
So we'll see
Can't
you
wait.
there, you guys. The next
So we'll see you
National
there.
Eucharistic Congress, which
Well-
should just be themed antidepressant.
It really should. It should be like
yeah, let's
antidepressant.
escalate this.
We're here to bring the good news.
The good news.
Ooh, the good news.
Get it?
That'd be a great theme for a congress.
That would be a great theme. I hope the bishops are listening.
They are.
I think they are.
Well, Jasmyn, something about me is I haven't shimmied in a long time. I haven't danced.
Okay, you ready to dance?
In a while. Yeah, I'm ready to
Okay.
dance.
I'm going to push a button. That felt good. We needed that.
I love it.
You guys,
Yeah.
I cannot wait for you to hear Chenele talk about what she's going to talk about first. Because, yeah, she just came off of the biggest event she's ever been a part of. Yeah, she just ran this pilgrimage that took every part of her, and she's slowly rebuilding herself. And yeah, we didn't think she was going to make it, but she did. And here she is. And
yeah.
that is the greatest accomplishment of her life. But potentially more than that, in terms of what's important to Chenele, is the news she's about to share. Please tell us.
And Jasmine's so right. And also special shout out to Jasmine and her family for carrying me through this past 2 years.
Anytime.
Because I absolutely, when she says I wouldn't make it, I absolutely would have walked into the ocean. So special shout out.
She almost did.
I almost
But here
did.
she
So
is. To share
so-
this news.
to
fought
share
for
this
all of
news,
this.
I have reversed my
here.
track. I have walked out. I'm on the shore. And I'm here to say that Shrek 5 is set to premiere in 2026. Wait. You might be hearing this and you might be like, Chenele, I know that's big news for you. I bet that's big news for you.
But wait,
But wait till you what date it is. It's on July 1st, 2026. It's my birthday. You
her
guys,
birthday.
you guys, I'm going to be 33. I'm
Your
entering
Jesus
into
year.
my Jesus year. And on my Jesus year, on that day, Shrek 5 will be coming out. And you guys, the way
Oh my gosh. Don't tell
the
me
way
God's
that
not
when I
real.
found out this, don't tell me God's not real.
Don't tell me.
Because you can believe that God's not real all you want. And there might
But
be
the proof is in the
apologetics,
pudding, like they say.
Catholic answers. There might be a bunch of books. There might be stuff,
Yep.
theologians. But all I have to say is that God has to be real because God has Shrek 5 coming out on July 1st of 2026. My Jesus year. So will I say all the computers might shut down that day? Microsoft might close. All the flights might be canceled.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something crazy. But Shrek 5, you guys, we don't know the plot yet.
Shrek
but
5
we
will
do know
rise
that
above.
the cast is coming back, which is going to be great.
Can't wait.
We do also know from this reveal that Eddie Murphy revealed that there will also be a solo donkey movie. Cannot wait for that. You guys, all I have to say is that this is really going to be just a momentous day. And
one of the best things.
and this news was just really something else. I was just sitting at home on my phone as she does, and I was scrolling and I got a text from my little sister and she said, Chenele, you might have to sit down for this. And it was just a clip with an S in the kind of the DreamWorks font, but an S with two ogre ears. And I thought, what is that? And I clicked on it. It was a video and it said, hey, now you're a rock star. And it was like bass boom version of Hey, Now You're a Rock Star. And then it was like Shrek 5. And, it was just really a day. It was really a day.
Like when I tell you I have goosebumps because of how
It
much
was
I know
really
this
a
means
day.
to you.
It was really a day. And for it to come out on my birthday in my Jesus year, I mean, it was really just,
It was everything.
it was everything. So you guys, like, I felt like there was no better way for us to kick off this return than announcing that Shrek 5 is coming. And that's a big deal for all of us because we're all going to celebrate it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We all
so
deserve
so
that.
thank you, Jasmine, for letting me announce that. It was just really like something else.
Of
So,
course. Thank you for sharing with
can't wait.
us. We all needed to know this is the biggest thing that's happened in pop culture in a very long time.
in a very long time, because people have been asking for a new Shrek for a long time. And
So
by
long.
people, I mean me and the Reddit thread I'm in. And I think that like
That's the
a lot
community,
of
yep.
people, a lot of people just want it and we've been ignored. But then when Puss in
Yeah.
Boots came out and got nominated for an Oscar, so for anyone that
Gave
makes
hope.
fun of people that love Shrek and love Puss in Boots, well,
It's
then
actually,
joke's on
like,
you.
Good content.
It's actually good content. At the end of Puss in Boots, if you would have stayed, they actually showed the boat going to Far, Far Away. And they kind of like segued into, is there going to be another Shrek? So we
They were
felt that
teasing
it
it.
might be coming. And here it is. So it's honestly just like, what a thing. So yeah, so can't wait for it, you guys. It's going to just rock. I mean, I don't know. 2 years from now, like what will I even be doing? Will I be in a convent somewhere? Will I be married? Will I be the same? All of those things
Saying
are
so
movement.
many interesting things.
All of those things are in flux. But what's not in flux is that Shrek 5 is coming out.
We will be at a theater together watching Shrek 5. Regardless
So I
of
know
what
I'll be
happens.
doing that.
You know how people are like, you should have a 10-year plan? We just made a 9-year plan for the Eucharistic Congress and a 2-year plan for seeing Shrek. So, like, don't tell us we don't have it together.
Don't tell us that we don't have to get. As Jasmine's like, I do have a home, a children, and a husband.
No,
but
these
Chenele,
are the concrete things.
But these are the concrete things.
This is what anchors our life.
So you guys just wait for it. 2026, it's gonna rock.
It's so
And
true.
you might be thinking, 2026 is so far away. Is there anything happening sooner than that? Yeah.
No.
No, probably absolutely
no,
not.
2 years of nothing.
2 years. 2 years of absolutely nothing, probably. But, there is something happening a little bit sooner. And in the most patriotic that I ever get,
Oh, here it comes.
the Olympics are this Friday.
The Olympics are
And
the peak of your patriotism.
They're the peak. I mean, I
Olympic
will
commercials.
never cry during the national anthem as I do when the Olympics are on.
Oh,
So the Olympics this Friday, July 26th. Can't wait for it. Jasmine, what events do you look forward to during the Olympics?
Already know that it's gymnastics.
Yeah.
You already
Yep.
know. Summer
Yeah.
Olympics, it's gymnastics. Winter Olympics, it's figure skating. And what's the thing where they push the thing and they all broom?
What is that called?
what
I
is
know
that
what that's
called?
called. Where they push the thing on the ice
Yeah,
and then it's
then
like,
they all like
dang.
broom. I don't know. But
I don't know,
love
but I
it.
know what you're talking about.
I love it.
Yeah.
But in the summer, for me, it's gymnastics and then it's diving. I could watch that because I think that's crazy. But mainly, it's Simone Biles. It's Gabby. It gets the
Mainly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like
your
that's-
squad. Yeah.
Let's be honest about who we're here for.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Well, Jasmine, as for those that don't know, Jasmine, can you please tell us the sports that you have done?
In my whole life.
Yeah.
Well, the main ones, I did gymnastics, which is why I like it. And then I did cheerleading and dance in high school. And then I cheerleaded in college. But not like dancey cheerleading, like actual
Like actual
cheerleading, where you're like
lift.
stunting and tumbling and doing all the things, like the real stuff.
Whoa. So Jasmine
Fight
has
anyone.
really been Jasmine's really been in the mix with that kind of creative arts, more physical sports.
And I think
so
the thing for me about the Olympics, like why I love watching gymnastics so much, is because
yeah.
like gymnastics isn't like a party sport. So like growing up, it'd be like, oh, we're at this like, little picnic and we're all going to play volleyball, or we're all going to like kick a soccer ball. We're all going to throw a football. And I was like, well, this is like not a display of my ability as a person. I look so uncoordinated. I don't look like I'm good at sports. I'm like, but nobody's like, hey, you guys want to like hang out and do some flips? Like nobody's doing that, But then at the Olympics, it's like, oh, we're just hanging out and like they're doing flips and we're all watching. Like it's like you get your moment, and I just love
do.
it because it's such like a beautiful skill, and I love watching it. And so I can't wait, man. The Olympics is my favorite time of the 4 years. It's my favorite.
I can't wait.
what I
Every
look forward
4
to.
years, the Olympics and the election season. And God gives us the Olympics right
yeah.
before the election, just so we can be like, you know what, God, like
Things
I
aren't
see
so
that you're
bad.
still out there and things aren't so bad. So gymnastics is what she's
100%.
looking forward to.
What about
I think
you?
gymnastics also, I love watching
know that's
gymnastics.
your
I
favorite.
love watching their floor routines.
Oh,
Tell me
so
if I'm
good.
wrong here.
Nope, you're
It's
doing
when
great.
they do their dances
And
or
flips.
it's not a dance, actually. It's a whole routine.
Yeah.
But they do like, they have like a cool song and they do like flips and it's like, blah, 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 running. And it's
Yeah.
like crazy. And the cool thing that I love about the Olympics is every year I forget the rules of it. And I get more entranced by the fact that like they do a flip and then they have to stick and land. And
Yes.
I get so engrossed in watching like, okay, did her toe move? It didn't. Or like,
Yeah, did she step out a line?
did she
Like,
step
did she-
out? Yeah.
Oh,
All those
gosh.
years, I forget every year, and every year I'm like, that is the friggin' like that takes such concentration. to like
Yes.
get to the point where you're like, I just flipped, disorientingly flipped throughout the air, and now I landed and there's people screaming and I just have to stand here for like 5 seconds, or then I'm going to completely lose my entire event. Like
It's
that.
crazy, right?
Like nobody can say that that's not the craziest crap you have ever heard. And so I'm looking so forward to that. I'm looking so
be
forward
so
to
fun.
swimming. Katie Ledecky, I'm a big fan. Looking forward to seeing her just
You were a
kill
swim
it.
kid. So this
I
is
was
kind
a
of the
swim
Summer
kid.
Olympics is kind of our moment.
I
you know?
love it. Something about swimming that I can't believe is they are swimming in the Seine, which for those listening, the Summer Olympics is in Paris this year, and the Seine is like the major river throughout Paris,
wow.
and it is also the filthiest river, one of the filthiest rivers in the country. They have poured
Nice.
millions of dollars into cleaning it. And they've actually had protests and people be like, we're going to come for a day and just poop in the Seine. People have been, they're like, why is all this money going towards this thing? And it's not clean. And the governor of Paris has been like, no, it's clean. Like the president of Paris has been like, no, it's clean. Like it's clean.
This is
And
crazy.
it's so clean, actually. Like I'm going to swim in it. He has yet to do that.
Let's see.
But everyone's been like, or the government has been like, no, it's clean. Like it's worth all this money we've been spending. And it is still deeply brown. And all of the water events are happening in the Seine.
Nuh-uh.
So outside of diving and obviously those things that involve more pool. So it is going to be just really interesting. And
It's
do I
actually
think it's
crazy.
ready to swim in? Absolutely not. And have people swam in it and absolutely gotten illnesses? Yes. So this is going to be
Yikes.
an interesting Olympics with all of the water sports that are happening in that dirty river. But you know what? We'll see. If anything,
will tell.
at least competitive swimming is happening in a pool somewhere. So
That's so true.
I'm excited for that. Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see track, Sha'Carri Richardson. Can't wait to see the Americans just like run it out. Love to see it. And lastly, can't wait to see how they all take care of themselves. I feel like every Olympic season, new mental health advice comes out for people that are in competitive sports.
Yeah.
This year, Michael Phelps came out with some mental health tips for those in competitive
Okay,
sports,
Michael.
especially for those going to the Olympics. And essentially, he was just like, don't be afraid to reach out to other people.
Good.
Don't be afraid to seek community, and don't be afraid to say that you're kind of emotionally overwhelmed. And so just great mental health tips. Our prayer for everyone involved in the Olympics is that you just take care of yourself, because
Yeah,
competitive
seriously.
sports is pretty intense. Jasmyn, if you can give a nod of advice to anyone participating in a competitive sport, what would you tell them mental health wise?
Oh, that's such a good question. I would say a big thing is to not wrap your entire worth into your performance. I think a lot of
word.
times, especially when people are performing at like that high of a level, it's like, I am only worthy if I perform at this level, or I'm only worthy if I beat my PR, if I, like there's always like a new goal you're setting, and that goals are beautiful and they help us strive for our best potential, but not reaching them does not suddenly mean that we aren't worthy and good and that people are going to hate us. And people who do give you hate for it are not going to be your people who love and support you. And so like know that you
Whoa.
have people who are going to love you regardless of performance, and that is what's going to really matter at the end of the day, because those are the people who are going to be with you for the rest of your life. So that's what's going to matter. So just to remind yourself of where your worth comes from and how it is not just contingent on performance.
Word. Well, word. You guys, that was a tip from our local from our
Friendly
local
neighborhood.
actual certified counselor. So on our last word, you guys, our last thing of this episode, which I can't believe we're like closing out our welcome back episode. We're just so
back.
happy to be here. In just wonderful Olympics news, Celine Dion is set to return to stage for the Olympics opening ceremony.
So cool.
She last opened up the Olympics in Atlanta in 1996. Is a big deal. Also, for those who do not know, Celine Dion has been very ill. She has not been able to perform in a long time. And so she's been training for this. She's been quoted saying that she wants to be back in front of the Eiffel Tower, and that she has been training herself to perform with her team. She's just ready to go. And so I'm just so excited for it. She was spotted in Paris just 2 days ago. So people think like it's really happening. My question for you, I hope so, because she deserves it. My question for you, Jasmyn, is what do you think the Olympic opening ceremony Celine Dion opener song will be?
Okay, I'm so curious because, like, is she going to do one of her bops? Is she, you know how sometimes people will do something that's like, we are the world adjacent, something like
Yeah.
something communal. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, selfishly, I'm like, I hope she hits us with something that I want to bop to. Like, I hope she hits us with I'm Alive. I hope she hits us with That's the Way It Is. I hope she hits us with something like that. Honestly, I'd even take My Heart Will Go On. I would take it.
I would take it, just anything.
But I will, maybe because it's been like 30 years since she's done this, maybe she'll play It's All Coming Back to Me. Maybe it'll be like a callback.
That would be kind of, there were nights when the wind was so cold. And then like the Eiffel Tower like goes dark.
Yeah.
And then it was like, wow, that would kind of be crazy.
That would be great, right? I mean, any of her songs has a moment that like will shake you so deeply that it changes like the chemistry of your brain. And so she could do anything. She could do anything. She could do a mashup. Like, nothing she does would be bad. Like,
nothing she does would be bad. That's
Do you
true.
have a
That's a
hope?
great
Do you have a dream?
qualifier. That's a great qualifier. And honestly, I do think that we should have a special caption where your husband tells us what he thinks.
We
Because
should
I know
ask him.
that, we should ask him. But then I think it might be A New Day. I think that would kind of be crazy.
true.
And that would be so like, let the rain come down and wash
Oh, and then
away.
there's, like,
And
actual rain, in the background.
And then
should
it
be
was like, let it
choreographing this.
shadow the world for a new sun, a new day come. And then when at the end where she's like, and then all the Olympians are walking out, and then she's
gosh,
like,
so
hush,
pretty.
now I see and then the Eiffel Tower just starts glittering, and then she's like doing one of these, and everybody's like, Celine.
Oh my gosh, yeah. People just weeping.
I know it's gonna rock. Or,
It's gonna be amazing.
I think she's gonna do something like that for us. I think
yeah.
she's gonna do a bop
100%.
for us, So it's gonna be great. So you guys, Friday,
We'll
leave
see
a
you there.
comment and let us know if we were right. And we'll see you there. And we can't wait. But in the meantime,
The world is
Jasmyn,
depressing.
but we are not.
We
And
just
we're so
aren't.
happy to be back. And we're so happy to be with you all. And we'll see you guys now back on that grind, back on that regular schedule.
Every
And
week.
we're happy to be here. So see you guys
Much
soon.
love. Bye.
Love y'all. Bye.